Hello, Ballet Philippines, and thank you for this invite. I'm a breast surgeon, and I'm very happy to share to you some breast health tips. This is March, and this is considered National Women's Month. The first step to preventing breast cancer would be to stay fit and healthy. When I say fit and healthy, I mean keep your weight down, stay on the thinner side. Try to eat live organic foods and stay away from processed meats and as well as refined sugar. Limit your alcohol intake to about 2 to 3 glasses of wine every week. Stop smoking if you're smoking, or try to stay away from smoking. Totally stay away from smoking. Lastly, hormones. To those who are taking oral contraceptive pills or IUDs, those medications have hormones and they can trigger breast cancer. For women who are menopausal, stay away from hormone replacement therapy. If you are unable to get a mammogram for whatever reason, my suggestion is the barest minimum is to examine your breast every month. When you're taking a shower, you're already naked, examine your breast for some lumps. Check if you have breast lumps, check for your lymph nodes, if there are any enlarged nodes. In case you still don't want to get out of your house, go for teleconsult. There are many doctors who do. There are two causes of breast cancer. One is inherent, which we really cannot change, and that includes being a woman. We know that 99% of breast cancer affects women. Second is if you have an inherited genetic mutation, just like the famous Angelina Jolie. That increases your risk of getting breast cancer up to 85 to 90%. Lastly, if you had a surgery before or a biopsy where the result is atypia or even lobular carcinoma in situ, then that increases your risk of getting breast cancer. The second is your behavior. When I say behavior, it's your lifestyle. If you're not fit, then you can do something about it. Stay healthy by exercising regularly, eating well, and just basically the one I mentioned earlier. Less alcohol, no smoking, and change your habits on taking the pills or hormone replacement.
Because of the pandemic, a lot of women are very worried about going to the hospital. I'm sharing this place because this is the newest and the best mammogram clinic we have in the country. It's outside of the hospital, and it's the one from Makati Med. The mammogram here will only cost like 3,500 to 4,000 something. So basically, if one cannot afford that, because then you can go to the other smaller clinics. They usually charge like 1,200 pesos. From my perspective, I would still go for the one in Makati Med because it's 3D, the latest. It's a lot clearer. Versus if you go to the cheaper ones, then it usually will provide you analog type of mammograms. Okay, this is the latest machine for mammography. It's 3D. It has radiation. It runs the breast here and it compresses it. It can catch breast cancer at its earliest stage 0. There's no lump, and you can catch it when the treatment will have no chemotherapy, 100% curable. Versus that of an ultrasound, which has no radiation and works on the silence. This is an ultrasound, breast ultrasound. It's specific for examining breast. It has no radiation. It can pick out a lump, whether it's a liquid or solid lump.
As I've said, that mammogram and ultrasound are the most basic breast imaging studies. We also have breast MRI. It's a bit more expensive, and also it will entail that you will need to be injected with a dye. But in case you don't want any of those tests, the only way would be, again, the most basic, breast self-examination. I like breastcancer.org or the ones from Mayo Clinic or Stanford. These are very reliable online sources. But basically for breast self-examination, any YouTube online video of breast self-examination should be fine. What's really critical and essential is this. You need to choose one method, either when you're standing up, lying down, taking a shower, whichever. But do it on a regular monthly basis. The main issue here is to get familiar with your own breasts. If you know the baseline, if you know your breast as normal, when a little lump pops up, you will be the first one to recognize it, and that will prompt you to seeking medical consult. And that's what is essential. Yes, I agree. There is a certain age group wherein breast cancer is more prevalent. And this would be the age from 45 to 55. And that's one of the reasons why we encourage women to get their mammograms at 40 and above. The older we become, we are still at risk of getting breast cancer because as we age, our body sort of deteriorates and we are more prone to certain cancers. The safest age, I would say, would be the younger ones. If you're in your 20s and 30s, it's quite unusual to get breast cancer. I know you've heard of the bold ballerina. She got it at the age of 23 and luckily she's still alive, but that's more of an outlier. The majority of cases of breast cancer hits women who are in their 40s.
The best advice for every woman is to do a monthly breast health examination, and also for those who are 40 and above to make sure not to forget to